A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, they didn't do a lot there to fool anyone. They just came right out and ran the football, but with great success, and that's the way you want to get things started. A nice quick opener for a big gain.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the run, it's Fournette. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is going to get this close to the 1st down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st down, Jacksonville.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he is going to get this close to the 1st down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 13-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Now Jones. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. And I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on from the left hash. A chip shot here. And Lambo will put this one through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The Titans take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Nothing after 1 on EA Sports.
Jaguars 3, Titans nothing.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
By the Jaguars.
He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He was tackled.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
3rd down.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. A handoff to Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a 1st down. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Switch it, come on, switch it. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Ready? Check. Shoot, watch the shoot.
A man coming off back-to-back 2,000-yard seasons. Here's Jonathan Taylor with it. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Good job, boy, stepping up, Miley.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
Bring it. 58, right over there.
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll take his shot for the end zone. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans are just an extra point away from moving out in front. The extra point up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. And not much room there, so get it up only to about the 21. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
This is fielded at the 27. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Titan football.
At their own 35-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on second down. Tannehill. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On first down, it's Tannehill. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down.
44, Mike, 44. Here we go, D. 44.
Tannehill throwing again. He completes it to Henry. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third.
Touchdown, defense. 44, Mike, 44.
To the air again, Tannehill. And it's complete. Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got it. 44 to Mike, 44 to Mike. Check. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Four to Mike. Mike's 4.
Again, Tannehill.
Check.
That's going to be caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A.J. Brown. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
Makes the score Titans 14.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Second half begins with a run by Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Fofo's a Mike. Mike's Fofo. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Shit. Check 31. Check 31.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
44. Mike, 44. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
25-yard line.
Again, it's Fournette. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to 4th down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Taken down back at the
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Fofo's a Mike. Mike's Fofo. Yeah.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And caught by Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Heavy on the edges. Watch the safety creep.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And he fires one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful. Not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second 10 coming up here in Nashville. Third quarter action.
You're not ready. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. Check, check. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Hatchet.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
44, Mike, 44. Let's set a tone, fellas, let's set a tone. 44's the mic.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. On the return is Peterson, shedding the tackle. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Jaguars.
Back now in Nashville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Mike 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Exit, 79.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. First and goal. A touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars move back within a couple of the lead. They'll try and throw for it. Flushed out right. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
At the 25-yard line. The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
3 yards remain for second down.
Get your swerve on it. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. He's checking. Crash.
Now it's Tannehill. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Complete to Jonnu Smith.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Mike Popo, you better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. 44, Mike, 44. It's just me and you.
Here's Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
44's the mic. Check. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Popo's the mic. Mike Popo. Where's Twist?
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They snap it to Tannehill, and that's caught by Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Henry. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Tannehill now to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And just shutting him off there. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Henry on the carry.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. 25 yards. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a two-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
His first career touchdown pass, and you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Jacksonville.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there, but it's going to be second down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Tannehill. And this is incomplete. He was looking for the running back, Derrick Henry, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Harold Landry in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it, because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses, because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
44, Mike, 44. Check.
First throw in overtime for Tannehill. He sets to fire deep. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A pass there complete to Westbrook. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Brings up third down.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's second and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2 yards. And it's third down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
A handoff, Fournette running left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
2 yards.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now the timeout comes here, and the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now the timeout comes here. And the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this